Hello everybody, welcome to Euro Truck Simulator 2, our career where we're trying to build a trucking empire from nothing to dominating of Europe. And we have our third truck, you can see it here behind me over my head. It's the Volvo FH line. It is the basic core truck. Looking forward to starting to upgrade this one and things, and we're going to take it today on its first drive. I've actually got a job all lined up on us. We're going to take a tractor down all the way to Sardinia. It's about a 33-hour drive. Here is our load. We are just north of Verona in Italy right now. So we're going to jump in here and get stuck in. Or attach the trailer. We should do that, right? Whoops. Got to bring it with us here. There we go. Shipatsushimatsu. Don't want to forget our load. That would be a little bit embarrassing. So we'll get started here. Looks like we do have the tractor with us. And it's a beautiful day. It's about 9:30 in the morning. We're going to be able to get in at least a good chunk of the drive before we need to sleep. So we'll check back in as we're on the highway. I am liking this Volvo so far, although it doesn't have the horsepower that the Renault had, because I think the Renault is the second version. But I am super excited for the process of being able to kind of gradually upgrade this truck. And I think that will be kind of the next immediate goal, will be to improve the engine and power on this one. And I don't quite know how much it costs. I haven't looked at any of the dangerous intersection. Come on, boys. Any of the upgrade costs or anything like that. But my guess is it's probably going to be in the 40,000 range. This job will be 33,000 euros. Plus, we'll also pick up whatever kind of money Catalin and our new driver, our second hired driver, picks up. I forgot his name. Probably should know the name of your employees, but whoops, don't want to get a ticket here. But yeah, so far so good. We'll get on the road here. I'm looking forward to driving down. This will probably also get us to discover a couple more Italian cities, 2, maybe 3. At least Naples, and then Cagliari, I believe, we'll also discover, and then maybe another one of the Sardinian ones, which would give us 2 of the 3 we need for that achievement. So big day here in terms of achievement hunting, big day in terms of driving a new truck and everything. Pretty excited about this. This is cool. So we'll see in a little while once we get on the highway and kind of knock off a couple of hours of this trip. We do have, it's a 28-hour trip, but a lot of that will be made up of the ferry ride across from Naples to Sardinia. So see you in a little while. So we are about 3-4 hours into the drive right now. We are approaching sleepy time. So I'm going to pull off here on the side and grab some sleep. So some initial impressions after this. First of all, the load that we've got isn't, well, it isn't very heavy. It is wide. You can see it in the mirrors there sticking out kind of over the edges there. So there's been a few times I've really had to be careful to make sure we don't smash into stuff in other lanes. But so far so good. We haven't hit anything that I remember, and we're doing pretty well. I feel like Italy is pretty easy driving here on the whole. Nice wide highways and not too many curves and corners, and especially this route that takes you down to the southern part of Italy here. It isn't, that straight shot from the north part of Italy to the southern part of Italy is a pretty easy drive. So this is a good one to kind of take a wide load on and get used to this new truck. But I like how the new truck handles on the whole. I can definitely feel the difference between the 420 something odd horsepower and the 500 horsepower that was in that second level Renault, which I'm thinking that was actually turned out to be a pretty good move for a first truck. I think that second level Renault that you can buy wasn't very expensive, and 500 horsepower was nice for, you could carry a lot of heavy loads with it and stuff. And so, thinking about noticing how this one's handling with this light load on it, which it just doesn't, like you can see, it doesn't have the pickup that the Renault had. This has taken a while to get up to 80 kilometers per hour, even though we only have 12,000 kilograms on the back. That's not very heavy. So I think our first goal is going to be to upgrade the engine or whatever that will give us more horsepower with this truck. So I'm thinking that's the first move with the next chunk of money that comes in. And we were at some 8,000 something a little while ago. Now we're a little bit over 10,000 euros. So one of our 2 drivers has been busy bringing us in some money. So that's all good and well. Now I know the trip here too says about 24 hours left, and I have no idea how much of that is ferry time. So we'll check in another couple of hours. I know we're still kind of working our way down towards Rome right now, And it's just a little bit short of midnight, so another vampire drive here. We'll touch base maybe 2-3 hours as we get closer to Naples, where we'll hop on the ferry to go across to Sardinia. So see you in a little bit. So it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. It looks like we've got a little bit over 20 hours, a little bit under 21 hours left in the ride. We are now cutting past the outskirts of Rome, or somewhere in Rome, and heading now, we're going to get off this exit here and head towards Naples. So still things moving along pretty well. This is a wide load, but so far there hasn't been much traffic. It's been pretty easy driving, so I think we're doing okay, fingers crossed. I haven't really banged into anything yet. Had a couple close calls, but nothing there. And you know, driving with this load here that's a little bit wider than normal makes me want to really upgrade this truck for another reason too, is that if you've watched Parkera's channel, and if you haven't, I highly recommend it because he's got some great trucking content, and he's actually in the same area. He's down, actually, I think heading towards Sardinia, doing some of the achievements down there. So it's cool to see someone else drive in the same area with kind of different thoughts and different approaches on it. I'll put a link to his channel down below in the description. If you haven't seen some of his stuff, highly recommend it. Really good driver, knows a ton about the game, and is super entertaining to watch. So by all means, good to check out. And I know I've mentioned him before, but it's worth mentioning again, just in terms of if you haven't checked it out yet. But one of the things that, thinking about his episodes, is that he's done a lot of the heavier loads, like the special transport and stuff like that. And that's another part of the game. One of the reasons I like this game is that there's all these little pieces to it that are added on. One of which is this whole kind of special transport where you're taking these big, really heavy loads, wide loads, extra long loads and stuff like that, and just taking them far distances and stuff. And that's something we don't really have the truck capability yet to do, or to do easily, but I'm really looking forward to kind of getting this truck to that level where we can do some of those extra wide loads, and some of them I think involve escorts and everything like that. So that's another part of the game to kind of look forward to, and he does some of those things, and he's done them before, so it's kind of cool to watch him take a 40,000 kilogram load, and just, his truck is big enough and strong enough that it can definitely handle it, whereas our beginner trucks really can't do that yet. But again, highly recommend his channel. I'll put the link down below. Go check it out. He's a great guy too, and he's just really entertaining and fun to watch. So I strongly recommend it. And let us continue on. We're going to kind of keep going here. I think, again, I don't really know how many times we'll want to do this, but I want to kind of check in again as we get closer to Naples. So see you in a little bit once we're closer to the ferry here and kind of cutting through that town to get on the boat to Sardinia. We are taking our tractor across the water. There's a sign to Naples, so we can't be that far away, right? So we'll see in a little while. We are in Naples now, and on our way to the ferry. 3番目の出口です. And the sun is coming up. Beautiful sunrise straight ahead of us here. These crazy cars will not stop, I bet, but they better. Gonna get wide on this turn. God, these rotaries scare me, especially with this wide load here. I have to learn, I think, to take the corners more on that outer edge, like that. That was actually pretty good, because if I take them too early, then I scrape that right side a lot. So trying to get a little bit better at that. Like that was not very good. So we'll touch base as we get closer to the ferry here. Looks like never been to this city, so another Italian city unlocked. Working on that Imperator achievement to unlock all 20-something Italian cities. So getting a little bit closer there. Whoa, don't hit that pole. Okay, doesn't look like anything in there. Nice. Nothing. Whoops. A little bit of curb. No damage done. And heading to the port. All right. So we will touch base as we get to the port here. It looks like just a little bit more. This looks pretty cool. This is a big city here. I know sometimes the cities in the game feel like a little bit more than pit stops. And I can understand why, because you don't want to be driving in the cities forever, and especially if you involve things like traffic and stuff like that. I could see how that could be a real drag. But discover a recruitment agency. Nice. More potential drivers. We're going to head to the right. That must be the ferry right in front of us. Very cool. Catching the ferry just as the sun's coming up here. Nice. Let's go right. Nice wide turn. Avoid scraping that fence. Perfect. And we're on the ferry. I'm curious to see how much of the drive is left after we get on the ferry, because I think the ferry's going to chew up a good amount of these remaining 17 hours. Oh, right over the curb. Am I in the right place here? What the heck? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Second. I thought I made a mistake. Let's get right onto this boat. And off we go to lands unconquered. The ferry to Sardinia. Ooh, this is a tight squeeze. I think Parkera just did this, but it was a different place. No, we're in the right spot. Just got to get to that little thing here without smashing the side of that truck. Nice. Okay. We want to go to, yes, Cagliari, of course. 14 hours. So that's going to chew up most of the, I think, of the remaining chunk of the drive here. My guess is we're just going to have 4 or 5 hours to go once we get there. See? Oh, nice. Another city. So Imperator, I just flashed up down below. We've got 15 of 26 cities discovered now. And the Sardinia one, there's only 3 cities. This gets us the first one. So we only have 2 more to do here. Perfect. So let's get off here. And we just have 3 hours and 4 minutes left to drive. So we'll get, let's just check out this town a little bit. So we want to go around here. And left, it looks like. Well, some tight driving here with the wide load. Take this wide. Let's wipe that fence out. A little sign. Nope, made it. Let's go through the light. Left. Nice. It is sunset. So we were on the ferry for 14 hours most of the day. So we spent that day on the boat, and we are all rested, which is perfect. So we don't have to sleep because we were pretty tired. And we're going to Olbia. So we have to turn right here. Looks like that was a smaller town. And we are on our way. Most excellent. So we'll touch base here when there's maybe an hour or so left in the drive just to check out the scenery a little bit. But it's been a fun little trip. And we've got more money now. Our drivers have been busy. We're up to almost 15,000 euros. Maybe we can upgrade our engine pretty quickly here. We have about an hour and a half left on this trip. And one of the things, the sun just went down, and one of the things I was wondering, does the sun go, it feels like the weather is always summer, and I don't think there's a seasonal change to the game. I think it pretty much you're always driving in normal conditions like summertime. But what I did wonder is, does the sunset go down earlier in the south then and later in the north part of the map, like it would in normal Europe, I would guess? Curious. I'll have to kind of measure that. I didn't get a good look at when it went down today. I think it was close to 8:30, but I'd be curious to see if it's like, are the days longer up north? Because you would expect them, especially up in Scandinavia, they should be substantially longer in the summertime than they would be down here in the southern tip of Italy. But I don't know. It's a mystery. Whoa, it's a sharp turn here. I think we're going right here, aren't we? Yuki? Thank you. Yes. All right, so we got about an hour left. We'll touch base as we check in. And see you shortly. So we just a few minutes outside of our delivery here. I thought we might get unlock the town of Olbia, but I think this is quite a ways to the south of the town, so I'm not sure we're going to unlock it. I think we might have to go closer to get it. So I don't think it's going to quite count here. Did we go in here? Okay. Wow, this is in the middle of nowhere. I guess it's probably a farm, huh? Whoops. That's bad turning. Can you still make it? Yeah. Oh, bumpy riding here. Fui Spa. We're going to a spa? Or does that mean something else in Italian? I wonder. Ugh, off-roading. This is not a truck built for off-roading, I think. Oh, this is a cool delivery. I mean, we are in the middle of nowhere. If we just kind of stop and take a look around here. Oh, this is cool. There is nothing out here. In the middle of nowhere, we get this little spa. It's pretty cool. It's the middle of the night, 11 o'clock. We're delivering a tractor. What would they use a tractor out here? What would they use a tractor at a spa for? It's a mystery.
目的地に無事到着しました。
目的地に無事に到着しました。Enter. Okay. 40. I was hoping for a 90. Oh, I think we should be able to get that one pretty easy, right? Because we can just pull around to the left and get it straight on. But they often throw tricks at you with these things. Let's see what this looks like when we get there. This has been a fun ride. I'm excited about being down here in Sardinia and maybe getting that achievement to unlock the 2 towns. And looking forward to driving around in the day a little bit. Maybe we can pick that thing up on the way out. So I'd like to get a delivery out of here, maybe to one of the other ones. This looks pretty easy to get the 40 XP here. We can just take this straight on. So just make a nice sharp turn here. This is almost like one of the 15 ones. And then just pull it right in. Come on, give it to us. What? God, didn't give it to us? I guess we weren't straight enough, maybe? It was a lot closer than that one I got 2 episodes ago where I... Whoops, not that way. This way. Still, this should be pretty straight. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little bit, taking it a little bit easy here. There it is. All right. Let's check it out. Decoupling, lowering legs. Whoops, sorry about that. And... oh, just over 1,000 kilometers. So that will get us the achievement for this truck. It did. Test drive. So our 3rd truck of 7 makes. Level 17. Nice. Let's pick a new skill. 33,000 euros. 1,500 experience. What do we want? I think we want this one, which is, what is class 5? Flammable solids. Class 6. Must be class 6. Toxic and infectious substances. Poisons. Substances harmful to human health, potassium cyanide, mercuric chloride, or pesticides, and biohazards. That's an easy decision. That's the one we want. And 48,000. Nice. So I think the next thing we'll do in the next episode is try to get a kind of a job to the rest of the Sardinia here. Since we did unlock Olbia, even though we didn't get the notification for it. So I'd like to take something to Sassari, or at least drive over there to unlock the achievement. And then I'm not sure what to do next. If anyone's got ideas, I think I would like to unlock these last towns. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still have Sicily to do, 7, 8, 9. So about 10 towns left to do in Italy. So I'd like to stick maybe around the southern part of Italy, upgrade the truck a little bit, and unlock some of these other cities and pick up some more achievements. But let me know if you have ideas on fun things to do around here. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, please consider subscribing. We'll see you next time. And thank you again for stopping by.